Hey, what's going on, guys? In this episode, I want to talk to you about booking shows and performing live. I spent the last 14 years playing over 1,000 shows, touring 22 different countries, and become a top 40 Billboard charting artist. I fired my record label to go out on my own as an independent artist to market and release my own music, selling thousands of albums and millions of streams. The question I always get is, how did I do it without a label and sell even more music? This podcast is here to show you the way. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my music business and a loyal fan base. So I am at a coffee house right now in Wisconsin, in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We flew red eye last night so that we could make sure we got to the show last night. So we flew from LAX, and sometimes just with routing, man, just to make sure that you're at the show in time. There wasn't an early enough flight to get us here the day of, and so I didn't want to take any risks because sometimes flights are delayed like they were last night. And so we flew in last night before the show. And we got in at I think 9 a.m. in the morning. So luckily we were able to just go to the hotel and they let us check in early, which never happens. So we were able to get a few hours sleep. And now I am downstairs in the green room, just walking around, hanging out, and the guys are sound checking upstairs. And then I am going to go upstairs and do a little sound check myself. And we're doing a new song tonight. So I'm excited to do that. And we're actually opening with it. So we're probably going to run through that a few times just to make sure that it is awesome. But I get the question a lot about booking shows and how to get out there. And my very first show that I ever played was at a church actually that I used to go to. It was my youth group, and our youth pastor asked us to play live. And it was so bad, but I've realized one thing, man. You don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to start to become great, because we didn't even have our own tracks. I didn't have a band. I can't remember if we had a DJ or not. I think we just ran vinyl, and we bought some vinyl instrumentals from the shop, and we rapped over other people's instrumentals. That's how I got started with that. And I remember the next show was at a youth conference or something like that. And the first show there's maybe 20, 30 people there, and the next one I think there's maybe 75 to 100. And so it grew steadily, and it grew, and the word gets out. And when you perform shows and you do a good job, the momentum starts to build, and then eventually you get some live footage of you performing so that you can build your EPK, and then get a friend or get someone who's a good writer to write a bio about how you got started with music so that you can get your bio done, and then hopefully get a photo shoot done, some press shots, whether they're live or of you guys performing, or just a press shot, just studio shot, you know what I mean, of just you guys all dressed up looking good and whatever your image is and your brand, and getting the logo and getting all these pieces together so that eventually you can hit up clubs, you can hit up bars, you can hit up, schools, universities, churches, to play wherever you can and say, hey, look, we want to put on a show. And what I've realized is, man, you don't have to have a full hour set to get started, man. You can even just be going to open mics and doing covers at first and do a 10, 15 minute set, especially if you're the opener, okay? When you get started, it's not about you doing this massive headlining set right away, because you probably don't even have enough songs for that. But hey, if there's somebody else playing, hey man, do you need an opener? We'll come open, we'll play, and you can meet people, and if you do a great job and you have a good attitude, you'll get asked back. And then you do that again and find out who else is playing, and then eventually, hopefully, word spreads, and then people start contacting you, and then they'd say, hey, how much do you charge? And you're like, oh, dang, we've never charged before. Hey, our rate's $500, you know what I mean? Here, plus food, or hey, we'll play for free, just to kind of get out there and get the response. And then once you start getting more shows and more shows and more shows under your belt, hopefully you can reach out to a booking agent, or a booking agent comes and finds you and just hears you because you've been playing so many shows. And the goal is to reach out to bands that already have a booking agent and see if you can open for them and develop relationships with them, okay? And the key word there is relationships. And because look, if you want to get with a booking agent, and they can book you shows and get you on tours and get you on those festival slots. Well, the best thing you can do is go befriend the artists and the bands that are already with that agent and be super cool. Even to the point if you have to offer to buy on at first, just to show that you're serious and you want this. And some people will say, oh no, you should never buy on, just do it as a friendship. But honestly, sometimes business is business and you just need to, get your face and get known. And honestly, money talks sometimes. And as I say to artists all the time, one of the best investments is touring, is playing live shows, is getting out there. As long as you're in front of people, okay? It is not the best investment if you're just beating yourself up on the road and just playing from city to city, bar to bar for 10 to 15 people. That's probably not a great use of time. That's why I always say you might as well buy onto a bigger show so you can be in front of hundreds of people. That is a good use of time. There's no more of this grinding it out on the road. It just honestly, it just beats up your ego. It beats up your self-esteem. It doesn't, sure, you get really good at playing to chairs, and that's not really a lot of fun. Sure, you'll get better as a band, get tighter and stuff like that. So hey, you want to do one of those just so you can see what it feels like. But I tell you, when you're playing for more people, that is what it's all about. And when it comes to even band members and full artists and all that stuff, sometimes what you want to do is a lot of bands just break up after the first tour. So you find really, really quickly who is serious and who isn't after you've done maybe 1 or 2 tours or played, a couple of shows. You find out really, really quick who really wants this and who doesn't. Most bands actually break up after the first tour. I know it's really sad, but you'll find out really quickly who are the serious artists and who are just kind of playing games and who really, really wants it. So, hey, I want to encourage you to get out there and play some shows. Go play some open mics. Go do some covers. Go just freaking perform your new verse, your new song. Go test it out. See how it does at the coffee shop. See how it does at the bar. Just go play, perform, get out there, have fun with it. Get somebody to film it so that you can critique it. I know watching yourself back is not always fun, but you want to see what you're actually doing and how you look on stage. And most importantly, you want to really practice how to talk in between songs. Just like this podcast is not rehearsed and I'm just kind of freestyling this as I'm talking and just sharing what I've learned. You want to be able to freestyle, not actually freestyle rap, but freestyle talk and connect with the crowd in between songs so you can win them over, because it's not just about your music, it's about your personality and you really connecting with the people there. So, hey, I hope that dropped some value bomb on you. Go play some shows and let me know. Peace. So if you're a struggling artist and you're just trying to figure out this music industry, you want to go full time with your music, you want to get noticed on social media or learn how to launch an album, an EP, or just get your music more marketed out there, I want to encourage you to check out my coaching program called Fanbase University. Every single month, I jump on the phone 2 times with my students and I coach them and I teach them how to market their music, how to get noticed, how to handle booking agents, record labels, and just get their music out there. Also, you get access to exclusive training, you get interviews with music industry professionals. If you want to find out more and not do this on your own, not struggle, because I've wasted thousands of dollars on my career and now I want to coach other artists. Check out my program, fanbaseuniversity.com, or click the link below to find out more info.